gentlemen, welcome to the next episode of
Vinyl Stallions.
Oh yeah.
And may the fourth be with you.
May the fourth be with you guys.
Jesse Flanagan is our guest today, ladies and gentlemen. Jesse, welcome aboard.
Thank you, Stallions. It's an honor to be here on May the 4th.
It's honestly an honor for us because I posted when this thing was just getting going in the first couple weeks and said, listen, we're looking for some guests to come on. I want anyone involved in enjoyment of music, anyone that goes to all different concerts and whatnot. And you were the first person to, honestly, the only one to freaking respond to that. And you were like, anytime, get me on. So it is our honor, Jesse. Thank you very much for coming.
Absolutely. Yeah. I saw you guys post that and I was like, there's a chance for me to go on a podcast and just talk. Like they want to hear me talk like Joe Schmo. And so I'm super happy to do that right now.
And the platform is yours. Clep, how are we doing?
Not bad. How are we doing over there?
I mean, look at us. Look at Jesse came to fucking play. People, if you're listening to this, go pause it and just go straight to YouTube and take a gander at what we showed up with today.
Hello there.
A nice
we are definitely celebrating. We got lightsabers in Holland. We got lightsabers in Cleveland. We got Yoda. We got Anakin. We got Obi-Wan. We got the whole crew.
We got the whole crew. We could make a new movie right now.
And it may be better than the three we saw.
It could possibly be better.
We're gonna get right into it. Everyone's got to rank their 9, 1 through 9. Let's go.
Oh, all right. Fuck.
All right.
You go first.
Okay. I'm gonna go Empire Strikes Back, New Hope, Return of the Jedi, Force Awakens, Rise of Skywalker, Revenge of the Sith, the second of the sequel trilogy,
The Last
Jedi,
Boo.
and then Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace bottom.
Wow, you hate the prequels.
I don't hate them. I love them for what they are, but they are trash.
Oh man, you are gonna hate my rankings.
Give it to us, Club.
All right, so number 1 for me is Revenge of the Sith. Like episode 3, like I don't know, that one to me is insane. Like there's just so much that happens that to me that's like the climax of the Star Wars story. So I probably go Revenge of the Sith, then Return of the Jedi. I also I mix up the titles a lot. So episode 3, then episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I'm probably going episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
What?
Wow.
I love that movie.
Hot take. I hate sand.
I don't like sand.
It just cold.
It gets everywhere.
Then I'm probably going A New Hope for The Force Awakens.
Yeah, where's that?
Dude, I do not like episode 5.
Oh my lord.
You are some sort of crazy man.
Club, we might have to do it.
I know. It's not the most popular Star Wars fan opinion, but to me, that one's boring. Like, other than Luke saying, like, learning that Darth Vader's his father, like, not much happens. The rebels just get hosed on Hoth, and there's like an hour of Yoda training Luke.
It's so good.
Keep going.
Okay, so yeah, Force Awakens. Then after that, then probably Empire Strikes Back. Then Phantom Menace. Then what is the 9th one even called? But number 9.
That's Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, Rise of Skywalker, and then number 8 comes in last.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could not stand that one.
I I'm of the other side of the fence. I do enjoy. It's not. It could have been a lot better. There's some dumb scenes, but I do like that movie. I appreciate what Ryan Johnson was trying to do.
So I'm excited for this, Jesse, and now you have officially been invited. But my roommate Dirty and we go back and forth. We're completely torn on that. And I've told him we're gonna get a crew of like 10 to 15 people over here. We're gonna watch The Last Jedi and take it scene for scene. We're gonna do it. We're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna pause it, separate, elect someone to come and debate why that scene was good. And I am so excited to dive in to hear both sides. We're gonna get absolutely hammered by hour number 2.
I that could be too heated. That's just gonna end up in a bloodbath.
We're getting Keeve involved.
I've argued with Keeve, but I got drunk at a different party with Dave Turek, and we were yelling just screaming at each other.
Dude, it's like one of the most polarizing movies.
Yeah, it really is, and I understand why.
Here's what I'll say: the concept and like I guess the framework of the story is good, but more people should have died. Like you cannot be surrounded by the entire Empire army in one of their ships and make it out alive, and you're not a Jedi. Like that is not happening. Like they all should have just gotten boom, boom, boom right there.
Yeah, Finn did get like T-boned and just got up like he tripped. But nonetheless, we're not getting into this now. We'll have a whole nother episode, honestly. On The Last Jedi. Like, if you're listening, people, get ready for that one because we'll just throw it in there. Talk about the music maybe for a minute. But all right, so mine is gonna have to be Empire Strikes Back. And then, wait, what do you? No, Empire number 1.
Oh wait,
number 2,
no, I'm thinking.
No, well, you preemptively did it because number 2 is Revenge of the Sith for me as well because I agree that is action packed. And then I will go A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, Force Awakens. I guess I'll go Attack of the Clones just because of that Coliseum scene.
It's so good. That's just one of the best scenes in all of movies.
It is hype. And then I will go this last one, episode 9, Return of Skywalker, and then I'll do Phantom, and then I will end it with the newest one. Or sorry, The Last Jedi. My apologies. But you want to know what, gents? May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you as well.
Or should I say, may the Schwartz be with you. And it's a big celebration, and I might have purposely planned to have you on, Jesse. Today.
The second you were like, that you recognized it was May 4th, because I didn't even put it together when you first said the date. I ordered this get up immediately.
Did you?
Immediately. This was before I knew that you filmed this. I was just like, I'm just gonna show up in my Jedi robes.
You are a dedicated stallion, baby. You are dedicated.
But I have a decent transition from Star Wars.
Hit it.
Have you guys heard of the band Galactic Empire?
No, I have not.
Can't say I have.
So they are a Star Wars cover band. They just cover like the songs of John Williams, and they it's all metal. It's all heavy metal.
Ooh.
And it's so good. They're all so very good. But it's one of the bands that like I had the opportunity to see, but I unfortunately missed it. So I haven't seen them live, but what they do when they tour is they all dress up in Star Wars outfits, and they used to dress up in like movie quality gear, but then they got a cease and desist for their costumes.
Holy crap.
And so now when you see them, they're in this like super like off brand, like that. I think that's Vader kind of mask. But you got to give them a listen if you haven't. It gets me so hype.
That is incredible. I mean, I listen to that music all the time, just in general. But you're telling me there's a metal version of this?
Yeah, they have 2 albums, and it's so good.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Galactic Empire.
Yeah.
All right, we got.
When you said Galactic Empire, I was worried for a minute it might be experimental space rock.
No,
Okay. No.
we just listened to an album that was titled. It's called Sonic Boom, and it was titled Experimental Space Rock. Did you
I
talk about
just
it?
listened to that episode,
Dude. Oh
where you
my
guys
God.
talked about this. I just listened to that today. There it is. Oh my God.
That's the poster, and the album's downstairs at my place.
This is the one where you listened to it on the wrong speed,
The
right?
wrong
Yeah,
speed,
yeah.
dude. This thing, I don't even know. I guess I'll play a song for you when we go back downstairs
Yeah,
after this.
I'm happy to hear it.
It's not real.
You won't be happy for long.
Yeah. Hilarious. All right. So you were talking to me before. So you go to a bunch of live concerts, obviously.
Yeah, I go to a bunch, as many as I can get to.
Well, I need you to tell Klep who you just told me you've seen the most.
The band, they're they're definitely in the top 3 of the bands I've seen the most times live, but they're probably number 1 is Humphreys McGee. They're one of my favorite bands. So yeah, I listened to the episode of your concert review and just had a smile on my face the whole time because I'm so familiar with these guys you're describing, and like it was cool to hear a first timer's perspective of an Humphreys show. And I was like, oh yeah, that's Jake Singer. Like they love him, of course. He's so good.
Melted me.
Yeah.
And I will still say it was the loudest speaker I've ever guitar I've heard in my life.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And you guys saw Wizard Burial Ground, which is a song I've been waiting to see live my whole life. And that's the one show I missed where they played it, of course. It's
Oh
rare.
man.
Yeah. But so consider yourselves very lucky because that song is so good.
Yeah, their set list variation is insane. Because like I always, whenever I'm seeing a show, I will just like look at the last like 5 or so set lists that they've played. I mean, it was like evident right away, like there's no point in looking this up. I have no idea what is going to be played.
Yeah. Yeah, it's random every time.
Dude, they blew my mind. I was laughing downstairs with Jesse as well. I'm just like, yeah, like they were all just like the lead singer. I didn't expect him to look like that.
Yeah.
And then the piano guy, like I think they just pulled off from the crowd about 5 minutes before because he was just that old dude. But he was playing like Beethoven during the encore, and we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah. A lot of those guys are like classically trained. I know a few of them went to, was it like Berkeley? Like school music.
Yep.
Like they're all not, I can't say all of them. I don't know that for sure, but definitely some of them just have been playing forever and are so talented.
So what are the other possible 2 that you've seen the most?
It'd be Primus and
what a
just
band.
talking.
Yeah.
I just sent him it was got a big grumpy, but
Yeah.
all
the time. Yeah. I love Primus. They're probably they've been in my top 3 favorite bands for a long time. So I love Primus. Me and my buddy go to see him anytime we can.
They were just on tour, weren't they? Or
yeah,
maybe still are.
I got the first VIP tickets I ever bought was that tour, the Rush tour, where the first set was their stuff. Second set was a full playthrough of oh my god, I'm blanking on the name of the Rush album, but it was a full playthrough of a well-known Rush album.
Cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. And yeah, so it's got to be one of those 2, maybe Papadozio, but I haven't seen them for a while, so I don't know if they're in the running for most shows seen.
Dude, I've always heard DJ EYUN talk about Papadozio and you introducing him to it and shit. Like, I gotta dive into that man more.
Yeah, they're also very, very good. But yeah,
hell yes. Well, so take us back, Jesse Flanagan. Take us back. All right, we're warping. Hop speed.
Time warp.
Oh my gosh. And tell me, man, so when did you, I don't know, when did you like get into music? Because I have like a pivotal moment in my life where like when you venture away from radio music and say, I'm gonna go find music on my own, and like the LimeWire life.
Yeah.
Did you get into that?
For sure. 100%. So
totally fried my parents' computer using LimeWire.
God knows what I downloaded
from Frostwire.
yeah
and-
LimeWire or Kazaa. Do you guys ever do Kazaa? We were a big Kazaa
I
family.
feel like one of my friends had that. Yeah, just on the parents'
Yeah.
computer, like clips.
So yeah, our I say our because EYUN, DJ EYUN is in the room. But our dad, he's a musician. He was a musician. Played keyboard. And so we grew up with like a ton of great music. We were raised on really, really great music. Which like I consider like a pantheon in my mind, the bands that he played, just because I listened to them since birth. So I've always loved that stuff. And it was probably around the time, like, like middle school for me, like during the Kazaa LimeWire days where I was like able to like find my own. And I started to listen to those albums I always saw in the basement that dad owned and be like, what do I like? And like, what's like, so, and I think around end of middle school, so 8th grade, freshman year, high school, I really like started to differentiate like my taste from my dad's.
Okay,
like stuff I grew up on versus stuff that is mine. And those two categories are like super separated in my mind. Firstly, it's like the pantheon of stuff that I grew up on, and then like this stuff is mine. And ever since then, like just try to find music all the time, anywhere you can.
Were you a big CD burner?
Big. Those Maxwell's, those 80 minutes, I would fill every second. I loved making CDs.
Yes.
Yeah. I would be like, I loved making playlists for other people, like CDs for other people, like crushes at the time or whatever. And then for myself in the car, and would just fill up every possible second of those CDs. And the order was so important. That's why you guys always talk about like listening to albums in order.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've always tried to do that from very young because of the CDs I would make. I would order them like this song would go into that song and so on. And so when I would listen to an actual album, I'd be like, well, they must put the same thought into it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I definitely burned like mountains of CDs back in the day.
That was always fun to like use and create your own playlist. And I was a jackass when doing it because I wouldn't even like title them. I wouldn't write them out. I would keep them blank. And in my car, I didn't have like a ton. I probably made like 6 to like 8 or something. But it'd be like, which one today? Like, I don't
No
even
way.
fucking know. And like, yeah, so that was always a goofy part for me. The beginning of a shuffle per se.
I loved naming them. That was my favorite part, was giving them some like clever name. Like, oh my God.
If it didn't fit a certain theme, I would just do like Adam 1 or Adam 2 or Adam 3. But then there were some that were just like heavy tunes or like party tunes.
Like, I gave mine like hipster nicknames, like the cream of the crop, or like sunset begonias. Like these aren't real names, but like I would give them like really like titles, like movie titles. That's almost. Awesome. And
did you write?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, did you write the name with it with like a Sharpie, just right on the disc?
Yeah, I would write. Yeah, like and as artsy as I could too. I had no art talent, but like I tried to make it look cool, maybe a little design or something, give it to a crush. Never hear from her again. No.
Yeah, but she still has your your CD.
Yeah,
and she's still thinking about you to this day.
Oh, I hope.
And
actually, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to ice them. We have a surprise guest coming up. Al, come up. He'll be up in a second. It's a good one, I'll tell you.
Is it the first surprise guest in?
This is the first surprise guest, and actually the first time that you're gonna meet the legend of Al Casino.
Whoa! Hey, buddy. What's up?
What's going on? How we living?
We are live, Casino. Welcome aboard.
Honored to be here, truly.
we're diving in.
What an entrance.
Yeah, what an entrance, honestly. May the 4th be with you.
What is up?
What up?
So we were just diving into the old grade school, high school days of making CDs for your crushes and for yourself and diving right in. And so do you still own these things, Jesse?
I don't own a single one. The last ones lived in Dad's car, because he had a 5 CD changer in his SUV, and I would remove all of his or most of his and put mine in, and hoping that he would like it, and then I'd get a little tisk later. Stop.
I weirdly still have mine, but my CD player hasn't worked in my car for about the past 3 years. I don't have an aux cord. I don't even know what I'm doing with this car at this point, but the CDs live on.
JBL on the dash.
Yes, the JBL is honestly the move. Until I slam on a brake, the JBL just flies down and drills me on the knee, and I'm like, is it over?
Oh my God.
Is this the end of it?
Jesus.
Dude, hell yes. But so do you have any concerts planned for this summer, or I guess the rest of 2022 coming up?
Yeah, I'm hoping to see, do you know the band Idols?
I've heard of them, not too well.
They're great.
Danny Nono was talking about them.
Yeah,
Was
that's
he?
where-
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to Danny
Yeah.
Nono's episode yet, but
He's a dog.
yeah. Idols is like hardcore, like British punk. And Idols, do you know the Chats? They're an Australian punk band.
I do not.
You guys will get a kick out of them. The accent, the Australian accent is so strong on their songs. It's hilarious, but they also put on a great show. Or I haven't seen them, but like I've watched videos and stuff.
Do you know the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard Australian?
That's
band?
one of the bands I'm hoping to see.
Well, dude, and like
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
we're gonna link up. Me and Club already have tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I haven't bought a ticket yet. I'm happy to StubHub it, but they're definitely on my list.
Dude, hell yeah, yeah. If you end up going, let's roll it because it's like a Friday. We got
I'm
time.
so down. And then
May 20th.
May 20th. Yeah, that's
Yep.
very soon. And then I'm hoping to see My Morning Jacket.
Dude, they are so good. I'm trying to get Spruce into them. They're like an
They're
indie
really
rock
good,
jam
dude.
band. They are so good.
I
They
saw
go
them at
hard.
Bonnaroo, actually.
You've seen them?
Yeah, like weirdly they were at Bonnaroo, right between the Alabama Shakes and Kendrick Lamar.
Oh my
on
God.
the big stage.
Dude, I love the Shakes too.
Yeah, oh my God, Shakes, get back together if you're
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah. What else? Tenacious D is coming. I don't know if I'll be able to see it. I think it already sold out, but I really want to see the D while I can. I think that's
There's like a lot of concerts coming.
There's a
soon,
lot,
like
yeah.
Blossom, honestly, specific.
Blossom.
Yeah.
Oh, and my friend really wants. So I've never been big into him, but I might be going to see Fish because my friend really wants me to see Fish.
That's
I'm seeing them 4 times.
Yeah,
this
Yeah.
I've seen them like 25 times.
I know.
This summer.
I know you're either like it's a love or you don't love them kind of band from what I've seen, and I don't mind them, but like my friends are like, you got to see him live, and then you'll understand. And so I took off the day after, so I think I'm gonna see him.
Are you seeing them at Blossom?
I am.
I will be there.
You'll be there, Clep?
Yep.
Yeah, me and my buddy,
Sure will.
Joe Show are gonna be there. Well, we should link up.
Dude, I might have to buy a
Absolutely.
ticket. When is that?
It's on a Tuesday because I know the Wednesday
Is it-
after they're up near Detroit, and I would be going to that one if I wasn't taking my mom to a jazz concert.
There you go.
You are a dog club.
I forget when it is. It might be August or
It's August 2nd, I think, because I
Okay.
think the
Okay.
3rd is the day of the jazz
go, dude.
show.
No, I have. So I'm in like the same position as you, where like I don't mind them.
Yeah.
I listen to them, but I've never gotten like too deep into them. And then clubs, yeah, you don't have to convince.
Oh,
me
I'm
to go.
all
Like,
in.
But Fish,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. I trust my friends. They want me to see him, and like I could see a band like I actively dislike, and I think I'd still have fun at a live show.
Exactly.
You know,
we were
like
just talking about this with Abby Seeley. We spoke to her about 2 days ago, and just like, have you ever regretted a concert? That's
never.
never.
No.
Club, how about you? Have you ever just been like, why am I here?
Nope. There have been some times where like maybe during an opening band, I'm like, all right, let's speed it up. Let's get to the main event. But I've never been like unhappy to be there, because even if you're not particularly enjoying the opener, it's just all part of the experience.
Yeah.
Do you fancy going to concerts alone? Have you ever done that?
I've gone to 3 concerts alone, and I don't fancy it.
Yeah.
It's not preferred, but sometimes, like, if you want to see it bad. So the first 2 I went to was when I was living alone in Portland, Oregon. So I hadn't made friends yet, and I didn't really have a choice, and I wasn't gonna miss these bands because they're my favorites. But recently I saw, do you know the band Wet Leg?
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone was just talking about that too.
They're a British band who like went super viral for like, I don't even know why. If they're put out a great album, but this show, they started a world tour before their album was even released, like their first album. Okay. So like they just like got really big virally, and I liked enough of the singles I'd heard to drive to Columbus to see them alone. And it was a great show. It's so good. So like,
I've heard they're really good. Someone was just telling me that. It pissed me off.
They're very good. Just like, you know, new indie rock, like quirky, and they have a great stage presence. So yeah, I've done it 3 times. I'm not keen on it. Like I tried, you know, I put out feelers like, hey, you want to drive to Columbus with me and see this band that you haven't heard of? It's not a easy sell.
No.
But
I've done it too. Like, yeah, like my first instinct is always like, yeah, just put out a few feelers. But if nobody like really wants to go, like, I'm not gonna beg. I'm just gonna go by myself.
Yeah. Have you ever?
I have not, actually. I've gone to the movies alone. I think I left like within the first 10 minutes. It was that Oz movie with James Franco, and my friends were like, actually, there's a party. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
You
went to see Oz alone?
I went to see Oz alone. It was like a Friday, and I was trying to, and I'm like, I don't really feel like doing anything in high school, so I got large popcorn, and I ended up taking the large popcorn to this party when I like walked.
That's awesome. And then you were the hit of the party.
And then I had popcorn. But no, never a concert actually. No, I'm not. It would be like different. I'm gonna go Abby because Celia, because she's fresh on my mind. But she was talking about how she like won a decent amount, but the people is what make it. Because like like everyone's there for the music, or at least most of them are. If you listen to our first one, the Snails.
Yeah, the Snails, the Rats, the Pigs. I've heard all about
Christ.
all the.
Oh, get away from me, sluggy snail.
That's probably not good audio there.
No.
Okay, so since we brought up snails, do you have any interesting snail stories, Jesse?
I don't know why Ian's laughing so hard, but it's contagious. So yeah, actually, I have a few. The first,
I've been there for some.
I think I'm about to tell the one that Ian's thinking of right now. So we were at a Papadosio concert in Cleveland, and I was with my brother Ian here and some other friends, but one of our friends, he was standing in front of us. So me and Ian were behind our other friend who was in front of us, and behind this friend was a girl, some lady who I assume she was drunk. I don't know what her motivation was, but and I don't even know if this probably doesn't make her a snail. It makes her probably more of a rat or a pig. But she started. Do you know what swooping is with an F? Swooping, or you might know it as credit carding. She started taking her hand and just running it up my friend's butt crack. from behind, and the first time
I've never heard of this.
So it's not a common thing anymore. I think it was a 2000s fad that died really fast. But
ahead of its time though.
Yeah. So she did it once. She did it once. He turned around. I think saw us. Thought it was one of us. She did it again. A little bit like few minutes later, he turned around and saw it was her, and then was like, laughed it off, like, haha, whatever. And she must have done it like like 5 more times. And this is like, we're here to see this band, we're trying to watch the music, and my friend God bless his soul, was as patient as he could be, and ended up fully turning around to face her. And he's a tall guy, and she was not a tall lady, and he like looks down and he said, bellows, fucking stop it, like so mad, like so livid. He couldn't contain the rage anymore. And he didn't get swooped again from what I remember, but it was a treat to watch from the sidelines, because we weren't trying to stop her. It was too funny.
Was she like fucked up?
It was a long time ago.
Stumbling almost.
Okay, then Ian corroborates that she was indeed fucked up. And how could she not be?
Yeah, I'm say you're sober, credit card to people. Like when you said credit card, I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know, pickpocketing some guy or something.
Yeah, that's what my first instinct was. No. Oh, this is somebody trying to pickpocket people.
Just keeps running that hand up the crack.
Her card got declined.
Yeah, kept getting declined. She knows she has money in there.
Dude, that was good. That was funny.
Yeah.
So you said he maybe had another one?
Yeah, for sure. So just by coincidence, another Dozio show, earlier Papadozio show I had been to. Again, I've seen this band a lot. They're a great band. Listen to them if you can. I went with buddies. The same guy actually was with me at this show. But we weren't involved in this at all. We just happened to know some another group of kids from high school that were there. We didn't go together. We just saw them there. We all liked the same music. And the guy that this happened to, he's a good guy. He must have taken, from what I heard afterwards, like a microdose of acid. So he unknowingly took a lot of acid, like so much. And he ended up getting on stage while Dozio was setting up. So Dozio was there setting up. We were like, woo, getting ready for the show. He gets on stage and like is kind of like stumbling around. Or actually, I should back up a bit. One of my friends who's like a little instigator leaned over to this poor guy who was tripping so hard and said, hey, you should get on stage, man. You should like that. I mean, that's your guitar. That's your guitar. You should go.
Oh no.
So this guy gets on stage and he stumbles back into the backstage. Like he goes back and we don't see him. We don't know where he went. But he got on stage and just walked back and no one stopped him. This was at maybe Beachland. I forget where, but we maybe 5 minutes later, he comes screaming out. He comes out from backstage screaming like livid, like crazy person. That's my guitar. That's my guitar. And he tries to take it from I think Anthony is their guitarist's name. Tries to take the guitar. It's screaming, that's my guitar. That's my guitar. And he gets like rushed by a few dudes and taken off stage. And we do not see him again for the rest of the night. From what I heard, he did not have a good rest of the night. He wasn't arrested or anything. He just like was tripping. Like
he didn't get arrested or
no, he didn't get arrested. He like the friend, because he was with friends, and once they saw this, they were like, we got him, we're out.
Yeah.
Like and they took care of him. So but we went to like another Dozio show after that, and we yelled from the front like, that's my guitar, and they knew exactly what we were talking about. They were like you were there. So that was a wild.
That's probably one of their craziest stories
for sure.
For them as well.
Absolutely.
I've never heard of anything like that.
It was.
We gotta find a way to get Dozius on here.
It was absolutely wild.
That's fucking dude. Those are two crazy stories. Holy shit. What music are you like listening to like nowadays? Like what do you catch yourself like just constantly listen to, or I guess also I'll throw in like getting excited for, because there's some great albums coming out as well.
Yeah. I'm not in the know of any albums that I can think of off the top of my head that I'm like anxiously waiting for. But lately I've been listening to like some Remy Wolf. You know Remy Wolf?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do, actually.
Her album, I think, is her newest one, Juno. I'm loving. She's been really great. And Phoebe Bridgers has this new Sirius radio station where she's been showing a lot of music that I love. So this new band, I don't know if they're a new band, but new to me, the band Muna, Muna in all caps, is super cool. My friends make fun of me for like gravitating too much towards sad indie girl music.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't care what they say. I love it, and it's I mean, it's not all I listen. I listen to a ton of music, but I guess I do gravitate towards some Siggy vibes.
Nice.
But yeah,
No shame in that.
yeah, I feel no shame, but I embrace what I think is meant to be a disparaging moniker, sad indie girl. Yeah, give me that. Make me sad.
Love it.
Yeah,
Wait, do you like the band Metric then?
I do like Metric. Although I wouldn't call them
Yeah.
sad indie girl music. They have a girl.
Maybe
singer.
not sad, but I definitely get the indie rock vibes from them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they have a. Do you know the movie Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Dude, I was just showing that last year, and what a trip.
Yeah, that song that Brie Larson like sings on stage is a Metric song, like full on, but she covers it in that scene where he like watches his ex sing with the guy who's a vegan.
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah.
That is like a wild
It's
movie.
it's one of my favorite movies.
Dude, I'm gonna have to watch that tonight. This moment of silence brought to you by Al Casino. Al Casino, the man of Gordon Square.
Al Casino, do you want an Alka-Sit next to me?
I don't want to interfere with your equipment or anything.
No, it's yeah.
Dive on in.
No, this just shows you we're live, ladies and gentlemen. When friends want to come over and play Mario Kart, we let them in. All right, Justin.
Al Casino has seen Fish, by the way. We do have someone in the room that has seen Fish.
Live at Blossom. Yeah, it was a few years back. I think maybe 2019.
I remember you went with like
it's a good
your
show.
like work buddies, right? Like you were
It was, yeah. I was in the pavilion, and I had never actually been to a show in the pavilion other than Green Day.
Yeah.
It was the only other one I went to. So anytime
on the Eclipse Day, Green
That's
Eclipse Day. We literally it was that Eclipse where they were like, "Don't look up."
Oh shit!
And then we saw Green Day that same day, so it's Green Eclipse Day for your boys.
Oh my
And we were
god!
in the mosh pit, like it was honestly
That's
fucking
dope.
crazy. All right.
Also, I did look it up. So the Rush album that Primus played was a Farewell to Kings.
Farewell to the Kings.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, the tour was called A Tribute to Kings, so I should have put that together. But yeah, phenomenal. I got to like ask them questions. Like they like for the VIP tickets we bought, the Primus like sat in a few chairs in front of the part of the bleachers at Nautica.
That's cool.
Yeah, we got to like I've never been so nervous. Because Les Claypool is so smart, but also like so snarky. Like if your question is dumb in any way, you're gonna know it from his response. And so I was really nervous.
What'd you ask?
Well, what did I ask? I asked I went up for two questions. One of them was, did they ever think of adding like a fourth member? Because it's always been a trio. It hasn't always been the same three guys, but because they have gone through a few drummers. But I asked, like, was there a chance of a fourth? Their answer was like the closest person that came was Buckethead, because they toured with Buckethead once and they vibed. But Buckethead obviously has his own shtick going on with and I think the other question was So Larry Lalonde, their guitarist, he had just recently released, there was this video from some like musical news outlet that just showed him like breaking down his famous riffs, and I thought it was fascinating. So I was like, you know, I to like Les Claypool or any of them, I was like, is there any chance of another video like that from any of you? Because I thought it was so awesome, and they all said absolutely not. Larry was like, I was kind of forced to do that by like, you know, publicist. Like I was paid. There was a paid thing. I didn't want to do it at all, and I was like, okay, all right, bye. I love you.
Bye, I love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never done a VIP experience. Like, what else was involved in just kind of that whole thing?
That was the biggest thing, was meeting them. And so like it was also a wine tasting, because Les makes his own wine, so we got to drink some of his wine, which was fun. Before COVID, there was more to it, I think, the whole experience that didn't happen, but the rest was like we got to enter before anyone else, so like you could absolutely get front if you wanted to, and just like a gift bag of like a t-shirt, a Primus like face mask, for COVID, and some like other trinkets, but that the biggest part was just like meeting them and getting to talk to them.
Nice.
Yeah.
What all right, here's a question. I don't know why it just popped in my head now, but do you have a favorite venue that you've been to?
The Agora is my favorite venue.
Dude, give me some right here. I'm with you.
I love the Agora.
There's nothing like it.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so spacious and
just old timey as
well.
Yeah,
old timey. The first shows I went to like growing up, like during high school, were like all ska shows, because I still love ska, but I was obsessed then, and like went to the Agora for every one of them. It was in the like the side, not the main, that side room.
I was just there for the first time. I saw like Magic City Hippies were playing.
Okay, I've never heard of them.
Or actually, they may have been a House of Blues, but
no,
they're just like an awful
man. And they've been
Agora.
Yeah, and they've been getting so many good shows. Like I don't know, like if it's new management or just I don't know what, but they
great like mid to like upper like immediate like bands that are like, touring everywhere. I always said, so we saw this band called Goose Jam Band, who I'm fucking obsessed with. Agora was sold out, and I've never seen it sold out all the way back. Every single person standing. Al Casino was there with us. Club was there, and like I've just never
great show.
I've never seen the Agora more packed in my life, and it was just cool to turn around and be like, all right, Cleveland. Showing up.
I love that venue so much.
And it was on a Thursday. So we saw Pigeons playing ping pong there on a Friday, and another band called Silver Sun Pickups there on a Sunday. Those are my only 3 Agora experiences. But even that Pigeons show, which is on a Friday, like that Goose Thursday show was like way more packed. And I mean, that Pigeons show was pretty full too.
Yeah, I love Pigeons, by the way. They're great. I couldn't make that show, but I loved that episode of yours. But yeah, that venue is so good. I have a question for you, Stallions, and I think I know the answer. But have you ever crowd surfed, either of you? Ever?
Yes.
Okay.
So I actually have a crazy crowd surfing story.
All right.
I don't think I've heard this.
I may have told it before. I may not have. I honestly don't know. But I was in high school. This is Lollapalooza 2011. And this particular day has just an absolutely stacked card. Like Foo Fighters is the main headliner. Arctic Monkeys is playing. Nice. Cage the Elephant, City in Color. Might have been one other band that we saw, but anyways, City in Color plays. My friend and I watched them. The next band up is Cage the Elephant, same stage. Arctic Monkeys and Foo Fighters are on the same stage. So as soon as Cage is done, we know we're going right over there. During Cage the Elephant, some just hammered dude just comes up to my friend and I and is like, you want to crowd surf? And like me just being a innocent
selling
high
drugs.
schooler and just like, yeah, sure, why not? And this dude picks me up. I get surfed all the way to the front. And like, little do I know, that doesn't mean you get to stay up there. Like, security catches me, escorts me like out the side, and I'm like now all of a sudden back in the back. And this is in the like before smartphones or anything. I have a flip phone. And we're around 3 million people in downtown Chicago. So the cell phone towers are overloaded. I now have no way to find my friend.
No way.
So we don't end up finding each other. Like, I hang around for a little bit. I look for him. I can't find him anywhere.
You're missing in Chicago still.
Yeah. Oh, that's a whole nother component of it, is because I'm staying at his dad's apartment. I have no idea how to get there.
My
so,
God.
so that's like a whole nother story that happens after the show.
Wow.
But I eventually make my way over to the Arctic Monkey stage. It rains a little bit, so they have to delay their set. But I just watch Arctic Monkeys and Foo Fighters alone, just covered in mud and rain. And
oh my God.
Holy crap. I have not heard that.
That is wild.
But yeah, I didn't find my friend after the show either. Like, eventually I was able to get cell phone service, and I just called his dad. I was like, I have no idea where Nick is. I have no idea where I am. Like, can you help me get to your apartment?
Oh my God.
And yeah, my friend just walked back. Like, he knew it well enough to just make his way back because we were close enough, I guess. But yeah, that was wild.
That's wild as shit, Clap. Damn. No, I've never stage dived.
You do have a story though, Spruce. It doesn't involve you, but you watched someone try to stage dive.
Are you talking about at the Korn concert?
Yes.
Dude, yeah, these we were at the Korn concert.
Yeah.
Club invited me because his buddy couldn't go. It was like first week of March or something in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And like, we are in the middle. Like no one starts moshing during the first song. And then Club and I are the first people to get pushed. Like, we're in the heart of this mosh pit that's going on. We mosh for the first 2 songs. And then we're like, holy shit, get out of here.
Yeah.
So we like go up, and now we're like right outside of the mosh pit up front. But people were trying to like stage, or I keep saying stage dive, crowd surf, but they were tossing them. Like, they're the people looking up at the stage, so they don't know there's a kid coming this way. So they would pick up these kids and just launch them. And like, it was like Jack Black in like School of Rock, just missing everyone, just swan diving straight to the floor. Yeah.
Oh my God.
People were getting like tossed around just like hotcakes.
I thought someone was gonna break their neck. It was so brutal.
The people of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Wow. But yeah, no.
Speaking of Fort Wayne, Primus is there in 10 days.
Oh hell yes.
6 days on the 10th.
Know that off the top of your head.
Yeah. Well, because
Are you going?
we were talking about it, so I was just like, all right, I got to see if they're coming to Detroit or somewhere. Like, this sounds fun. Fort Wayne is only like an hour and a half away, so I might just send it.
You should go. You just reminded me of another story. I have a crowd surfing story, but this one takes precedence.
Rip 'em both.
So, I was at a street. Moshing is what reminded me. I love to mosh, and my favorite shows to mosh at are Streetlight Manifesto, a ska band. They're one of my favorite bands, and they've always put on a great show. And the last time I saw them was at the Agora, and we were so it was just full jam-packed of full of fans, right? So we all know their songs really well, and so we know when the mosh is going to kick in. And so there's this one song where there's a build-up before the moshing would start, and I'm next to this guy in the crowd in the pit. He like hits my shoulder, and I look over, and I'm just like, "What do you want, man?" And hits me, and he's going like this, like clearly about to vomit so hard. and he's not trying to get my attention. He's trying to make a circle so he doesn't vomit on anyone. And everyone in the vicinity notices and moves and creates a small hole in the middle of the pit. And he just vomits so much in this perfect circle. But we hear the part coming up where it's the mosh is about to go off. And I'm like warning. I'm like, no, don't mosh, don't die. Yeah. And I realize no one's listening. They're gonna mosh anyway. And I try to get out and I can't because it's so dense. And so I get pushed into this vomit. And everyone, the whole crowd is just dancing on this guy's vomit, slipping on this guy's vomit. And I'm still just trying to get out. I'm at this point now I'm able to like mosh my way out, like, yeah, fuck you too. Yeah, love you though. Like, you know, like, and I just walk out with like vomits covered shoes. And so that was gnarly. Yeah.
Keep them coming. What else?
And then the crowd surfing story, my one and only. Like this was another streetlight show, one of my first though. I've seen them a lot as well. And I was like in high school, and I grew up watching movies where like crowd surfing is a thing. Like it's like a bucket list thing to me. You got to crowd surf. And so at streetlight shows, I would always see people in the crowd go like this. They would point their finger up like to anyone nearby, and that would mean lift me up. I want to crowd surf. And I saw it happen a bunch of times. So I was like, all right, it's my turn. I want to do it.
Yeah.
And I do it, and they lift me up, and I'm crowd surfing now. But they are quickly like rushing me towards the stage. And I noticed, and if you don't know this, when you're being crowd surfed, you have no control over where they surf you. And so I am like fastly being thrown towards the stage, and I'm like, all right, down. But there's no down button on a crowd surf. They don't listen. They don't care. They're not seeing you. And I get thrown on stage and knock one of the guys' mics. I mean, like thrown on stage. And I'm like, I'm like, I love this band I idolized, and this guy looks at me like I'm the biggest asshole ever. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Quickly, this big ass bouncer grabs me and like takes me out this. If you haven't moshed, and this is the side stage of Agora, the smaller stage.
Did he spank you?
He didn't spank. He grabbed me by the scruff. A little high schooler. I wasn't even drunk. I wasn't drinking it at this point in my life. I was totally sober. And throws me out this side door. You get thrown out the side of the building in this little alleyway. He throws me out the side door, steps outside, closes the door behind him, and stands in front of the door with his arms crossed, looking at me. I'm so hyped up that I can still hear the music. It's the very end of the show. I made sure to wait to the end of the show. I just start dancing in front of him, and like as a fuck you, because they wouldn't let me back in. There's no re-entry. You crowd surf. If you crowd surf and you get thrown out this side door, you're done with the concert. So like I didn't get to see them close the show, but I danced to it anyway. And the guy just watched me dance for like 1 minute, whatever was left of the song, and then I was like, bye. Like walked away. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Dude, those are amazing stories. Holy shit.
I was like, I'm never crowd surfing again because like I don't want to get tossed out.
I'm just thinking about like how fast it should be tossed up and be like,
yeah.
Wait, where's the brakes on this bitch?
No, it was not cool. It's like oh, it quickly turned into a nightmare. It's like now my favorite band hates me.
That's fucking gold. That's gold. Damn, Jesse, you've had some great stories. We've honestly had a great conversation. Like
last shows.
And I feel like we could just do it again. Like,
I'd be happy to anytime.
Like honestly, you'd be great for like, I don't know, you just named a bunch of bands that I'm really not too familiar with. And I would love to just take like a album review, deep dive into like one of your favorites or one you don't even know, where like we could get fresh opinions and just do something over the summer. Yeah.
In preparation.
The Idols and Wet Leg have my attention now because that's two guests that have mentioned both of those bands.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They're fantastic.
I think Wet Leg was Abby and Idols was definitely Danny No.
Yeah. they're great. But yeah, I'd be happy to come back anytime.
Love it. Love it. Well, I think you know how we sign out every podcast.
I certainly do.
Oh, baby. I hope you've been practicing in front of the mirror.
Yeah, you know.
All right, get out the Schwartz. Well, for a little sign out, my name is Jedi Spruce.
I'm Jesse Flanagan.
And I'm Obi-Wan Klepnobi.
And this has been another episode of
Vinyl
Stallions.
Stallions.